What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me get another sip. Let me get another sip. Some tasty fucking shit, yo. But anyway, I'm feeling kind of like, I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm feeling kind of off, you know, and it's wholly in regard to TG right now because I the headspace that I'm in with this series, it's kind of weird. I just want to take a moment to talk about this. It's kind of weird. I don't know if anybody else feels this way. I don't know if I'm the only one, but and this is not in a bad way, mind you. It's just after last chapter, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I was shook by last chapter. And here's why I was shook by last chapter. It's not that it was like too crazy for me. It's fucking Tokyo Ghoul, dude. Let's not kid ourselves, okay? This is motherfucking Ishida's work. It's always been like this. It's always been things that are gonna shock and disturb and be like, what the fuck just happened type moments, right? I'm used to that. I've been used to that for years. But that's the thing, right? The thing about it is, I had put myself and I tried to position myself such that I was trying to gear my headspace towards being, towards this conclusion. Because since November of last year, and for a lot of people, especially in the recent chapters, with the news that we got and everything like that, it's felt like we were barreling towards a conclusion, and shit's happened that shocked me and geared my mind towards that regard, right? And after the events of last chapter, after rereading it a bunch, thinking about various possibilities, asking myself certain questions, I'm just kind of like, yo, now, because in my mind, there's absolutely no way now. There's absolutely no way that this arc is a finale arc. There's no way. I mean, if it is, it's gonna have to be much longer than we anticipated it being. I guarantee you, dude. People were like, yo, 4 more chapters, we're done. 5 more chapters, we're done. I was thinking, I called what did I say, 16 chapters a couple months ago, and we're still out here. I know that some people have a problem with the notion of part 3 now. I'd still fucking love it, dude. I'd still fucking love it. I don't see many ways around it. I mean, obviously you can just continue right? Ishida could just continue and add. And there has to be another arc after this. That's my point. There has to be more. Regardless of the unanswered questions, regardless of all the other motherfuckers that are out here that I need answers regarding. Let's run through the list. Fucking Sato, Donato are 2 big priorities for me. And by part and parcel when I say Sato, I also throw Kuro into that mix. No real confirmation on Koma and Irimi. So that alone, you have to take some chapters to parse out. Because I mean, I can see him doing it quickly. She's no stranger to that. But I'm hesitant to think that we can actually wrap it up as quickly as we thought we were about to wrap it up, dude. So it's just weird to me because now I've been sitting here for weeks on end, racking my brain trying to figure out how I'm going to come to terms. It's the same thing with me for Super, to be honest, but to a far lesser extent because Super, I love Dragon Ball, but Super, and I've enjoyed every minute of Super for the last 3 years, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It doesn't have the same weight and gravitas in my heart as a project as Re has. So for me, I was just trying to come to terms with how I let go of something that's had this much impact on me over the last 3-4 years, going almost. And it doesn't look like I really have to right now, bro. It doesn't look like I really have to. But anyway, what's good, guys? My bad for the long drawn out. I'm just trying to let you guys know how I feel, get you into, a little bit more of my thought process when I'm actually engaging with something, and if you don't care about that, then realistically, you don't care about me, but also you're just here for one particular thing, which is cool too. I don't fault you, but it is what it is. Anyway, Tokyo Ghoul, chapter 162. I'm looking at this first page, and the title has me really curious. There's multiple ways that can go, but I'm looking at them standing around Kaneki's body in this panel right now. So I know that if we're starting here, the chances of me getting any clarification on this Furuta shit with Rise is not gonna happen. But these motherfuckers, it better happen. It better happen because the tagline told me I was gonna get clarification in some regard. So we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, we're back streaming. I've missed it. I missed the chat, even though you guys are hidden right now. I've missed the chat. We'll parlay in a bit. For right now, let me dive into this chapter, see what we get, see if any of my lingering sentiments or questions are addressed. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. We've detected faint brain waves from him. My boy, something we assume to be his cardiopulmonary system is functioning, and he seems capable of spontaneous respiration. Something we assume. Urie asking the big questions. I was just thinking that too. What do you mean? What do you mean something we assume, Kimi? And I can't really get like a great shot of his body. I think the shot of his body last week was probably the best thing to see, though. I don't really know if I don't know about that. That seems off in and of itself, because what do you mean? First of all, why are you combining cardiopulmonary system? Secondly, why is it something you assume? Like, is his body that far gone? Has this whole ordeal caused a certain amount of transformation in the man that is just kind of unprecedented? Because I wouldn't be surprised by that by any means. Just think about the raw amount of RC cell concentration that was out there, of the various nucleon collections, of the various personas and death that shrouded that whole entity that was Dragon, dude. There's no way, or I guess I can't call it that anymore, but there's no way this man is just gonna be normal again. There's no fucking way, dude. It's not possible. It's not possible. Upon taking a look inside of him, we noted the presence of multiple unidentified organs. What the fuck? But because this entire situation is beyond the extent of our knowledge and experience, we are unable to act accordingly. Like, what the fuck? Multiple unidentified organs. Bro. You better keep an eye on that shit. I've seen way too many motherfucking alien type movies. You know, I'm coming off of Annihilation the other day. I've seen way too many of those styles of movies. And Tokyo was a completely different subgenre. But look, that's disconcerting. Especially, and that's the first place my mind went to, especially in terms of it afflicting other individuals. Because two things we saw last chapter that are kind of fucking crazy was the Dragon Cognate itself moving sentiently outside of Kaneki being out there. We saw questionable individuals that seemed to be ghoulified. And we saw Psycho's motherfucking Cognate get manipulated. And yet this man has unidentified organs in him. That's some scary shit, dude. That's some scary motherfucking shit. What does Hide have to say about this? Is that from him? So he's alive. In the sense that his brain hasn't stopped working, then yes, I suppose you could say that. I doubt Kimi and the others really know either, Nakachika. Yeah, it was from him. Know what's going on with Kaneki's body, right? Yes. So Kaneki's just going to stay like this. That's a lie. I know this is a difficult thing to propose, but the CCG and the research team, in order to illuminate the specific cause and effect relationship between him and the monster-like entity, believe that we ought to conduct dissective analyses. Wait, what? Dissective analyses? You want to cut him open? How did you identify these unidentified organs? Hold on. Kimi, I love you, Kimi, but hold on. You're kind of contradicting yourself right now. In order to illuminate the specific cause and effect relationship between him and the monster-like entity, believe that we ought to conduct dissective analyses. So how the fuck, without the dissective analyses, did you, upon taking a look inside of him, note the presence of multiple unidentified organs? What more is there? Like, are you telling me that you have to like really dig deep? Like really dig to the point where like you can't maintain his vital functions? That's the only explanation. And of course we could, oh no, wait. It's true that upon removing Kaneki who we thought to be the main body, the nucleus, the monster's body has begun disintegrating, which I don't buy that shit for a second. However, the monstrosities of similar type that appeared in each ward. That's why. Wait. So these humans were all moving stat as tall as they ever did. In order to prove the current situation inside his body may well be necessary. But I thought all that shit branched off of that anyway. Like even last week when we saw 19th Ward. Hold on. However, I do not believe that we are yet at that stage. Given that the monstrosities in other wards continue to exist, we can surmise that other nuclei like Kaneki exist somewhere out there. Just hold on. Just give me a moment. Look, if that's the case, in what way did that actualize? Aside from the Ogai, Kaneki, anyone, the given nucleus was, and the catalyst for this whole fucking ordeal was what Kano implanted into Furuta. Correct? I mean, unless I'm hinting too much on what's been stated versus what I've seen, because I've seen some things in recent chapters that have led me to believe some other things that don't really go in line with what's been stated. But anyway, if I go with that train of thought, how? Because initially it manifested itself just based on that on this man's mutation after absorbing all the Ogai. But I mean, we know the OG recent bodies still out there, even fully farmed out of Kako. You could have Kudo. That's about realistic. Like who else? But it's in every single ward, according to Kimi. So that means that it has to be able to appropriate and manifest motherfuckers outside of itself and use them as bases. That's the only thing that makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense, which means it's already sentient. Which means whatever the fuck Furuta is planning is probably going to be derailed in some fashion, even though it seems to be going according to Keikaku right now. I'm confused, yo. I'm confused, and I have no problem admitting that. I don't even care. I really don't even care. It's been a long time since I've been like thoroughly, just absolutely in the dark out here. Besides, if you were to ask me my own thoughts on the situation, I would like to save him because he has saved me. Yeah, look at this man Nishiki in the cut. Look. Kimi is a goddess. Say what you will. Kimi Hide, Urie. Do I even want to add anybody else to that fucking breakdown? I don't even think I want to add anybody else. I guess I could put Marde in there, but I don't really need to put Marde in there, dude. Kimi, Hide, Urie, MVPs of the motherfucking arc. Done. Oh my god, she's love. And I feel like every single motherfucker, especially with these, every single motherfucker in this room can say the same thing about it. And that's something that Kaneki fails to realize. Still beating himself over this bullshit. She's too good for you, Nishiki. I'm sorry, bro. I like you and everything, but she's too good for you. She's too good for you. Emergency. We need to break down the current situation for a member of the research squad. Understood. I'll be there shortly. Do you mind if we stay here? No, of course not, dude. You're his wife. Better stay by his side. Even after all of that, he's still alive. This guy's really something, dude. Hide, I love you, man. Well, you know Hide has to have some sort of maneuver to go with next. Something. I mean, realistically, this man's been setting up pieces for this exact scenario for the longest time. So maybe even at this point, I don't even think he has a plan for moving forward. But still, I'm just so happy my boy is out here, man. Like, I'm just so happy my boy is out here. It makes me a little sentimental, dude. It makes me a little sentimental. It's like a parent. No, actually, it's actually not. Like, never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. That's not true. Can't even begin to understand what that's like. I'm not even gonna go there. More sturdy than you'd think. He's always been like that. Don't worry, I'll be going. Marde's probably having a fit right now. Marde's always having a fit, dude. Just linger for a bit. Toko, watch over him, okay? Thank you. Although realistically, this man Hide did just he paused the whole operation and he was like, Marty, you take care of it. I'ma chill. I'ma chill in the cut over here. I told everyone else what's going on with him. I mean, wait, what the fuck? Oh, of course this man Nishi came back. Can't help but sprint off on his own, huh? As always. Wake up so I can complain to you properly, Kaneki. You're always gonna have to be tsundere when it comes to Kaneki, aren't you, Nishiki? It's just how it's gotta be. Bro. My girl, dude. She's looking fucking divine right now. Is she using a crutch? What is that? Looks like she's using a crutch. I mean, she was injured, but I think it would have been, she'd be all right by now. Lord Banjo, too. They might want to switch up the beer game soon enough. And I completely forgot about these motherfuckers. Dude. When's the last time we saw these motherfuckers? Like Cochlear Raid? Realistically? I don't even think we've seen them since then. Hinami, welcome back, brother. Or rather, with the flowers, the only one with any delicacy and respect out here. Yo, she will always be, and will always have in my personal heart and in my personal rankings a spot in the fucking top. God. A rather dreary spectacle, isn't it? I thought we could do with some flowers. They're so pretty. I'm not pronouncing that shit. Oh, they're forget-me-nots. Okay, they look like forget-me-nots. All right. I'm not whatever the German pronunciation of that shit is. Oh, don't even ask. Don't even ask me to. I could no. Done. Wait a minute. Aren't you all Banjos? Oh, that's true. That's how I feel about it, though, Shu. Reminds me of when we were all living together in the 6th ward. I mean, I actually wasn't living there, but bro, it hasn't been that long. Banjo's motherfuckers were out here since then, for sure. Or maybe Shu just didn't interact with them. I don't remember, man. I really don't. I mean, I actually wasn't living there, but anyway, what were you all even doing? Bro, yo. I mean, look, I'm glad to see my boy Renji first and foremost on his feet out here. But what's more important to me is Misa right now because she was injured recently. So I'm glad she's out here, dude. I'm glad she's looking healthy. Even without my son Naki, dude. Even without my son Naki, I'm glad Misa's okay. It's a bachan amongst bachans. Psycho, I heard her cognitively suddenly went out of control. Are we not going to talk about that? We don't know why, but it looks like she's recovered. That's something you guys might want to look into. In any case, I told her to stay put and get some rest. I heard that most of the ghouls have gone to see Sasaki. I see. He is very loved. Yeah, no thanks to you trying to get in the way. Wanna go? I know you want to at least see his face. There's things I've done. I no longer have the right. Honestly, that pisses me off even more, Mitsuki. That pisses me off even more. You better see this shit through. Avoiding him is not atonement, Mitsuki. I don't care about the atonement. I honestly don't, but you're right. You are right, my boy. You are right. I don't care though. I feel like for me, yes. If Mitsuki wants to redeem herself from everything that's transpired, she has to face everything head on. Everything, and I mean everything. But so that statement of I no longer have the right, that doesn't mean anything to me. But I don't give a shit about her atonement. I honestly don't. I just think that it's necessary for her to do it regardless. That's just how that's just good narrative progression. If she doesn't, then Mitsuki is just honestly, I would if Mitsuki didn't say anything to any of them after this point, it's a throwaway character to me. I just wouldn't care, and that would be one of the biggest holes in this story. So you know damn well Uria is going to force Mitsuki to address this situation. Go see Sasaki and tell him yourself the things you've done. If you don't, nothing will begin. When did you get so wise, my dude? When did you get so wise? There's things I want to tell him too. When we lost Shirazu, all things he said to me made me strong. All losses in this world are caused by the ineptitude of those involved. That's not exactly what he said. That translation is kind of off. That's not. I remember. I motherfucker this and see that's the thing. This was back during the Imperial Scans days. Only the OGs know about the Imperial Scans days. But that is not how that translated back then. I remember what the man said because it stuck with me too, Urie. And what he said is 100% what drives him to do the same bullshit that he's been doing time and time again this whole time. So for the fact that you say that it made you strong, that's a happy motherfucking coincidence, dude, to be honest with you. It's what you needed at the time. And it's what he firmly believed, even though he's come to see the light on that too. But I became a prisoner to those words, became stuck. He recognizes it though. So I want to see him and tell him that he was wrong. There's a shit ton of things in this world that you can't do anything about alone. Your surroundings, luck, fate, all those things and more intertwined to cause the results we see. That's it. The same goes for me. I'd never have made it alone. You. When it's like watching your child grow up or some shit like that, dude. You, Yombayashi, the Qs, Kuroiwa, Bushi! All of you saved me so many times. Man, bro. Single best fucking panel in the chapter so far. Fighting. Yo. When did I'm looking back at my life, dude. When did this happen? When the fuck did this? I know it was a gradual thing, but like, I was one. All right, let give me a moment, right? I'm reminiscing, and it's just crazy to me. And I've said this in like the last 3 arcs multiple times, but like now, especially multiple Urie scenes, but it's hitting me hard with that dialogue, dude. It's hitting me. Read this shit. Read this shit. But I became prisoner to those words, became stuck. So I want to see him and tell him that he was wrong. There's a shit ton of things in this world that you can't do anything about alone. This man awoke to the wisdom before Kaneki did. Oh my God, that's crazy. That you can't do anything about alone. Your surroundings, luck, fate, All those things and more intertwined to cause the results we see. This is the same motherfucker that relied on nobody but himself to get his vengeance and promotions. And look at him now. The same goes for me. You never have made it alone. You, Yombayashi, the cues. I would have preferred if he just listed the rest of the cues there, honestly, but I guess it would have disrupted the panel. Because Shirazuki's a name drop right there, dude. All of you saved me so many times. This kind of making me a little too emotional right now, dude. Urie, I just never noticed. Urie. Look, man, look. All right. I was one of the number one proponents, and I feel like you know what's funny. So like my boy Jojo has been reading like catching up on recently, and he was like, I fucking hate Uri. I was like, look, man, you, me, and every single motherfucker in the fact if you say you liked Uri chapter 1 of you're a liar. You're a liar. You're a fucking liar. I mean, there might be some people who if you're one of those people, I want to know how you feel about him now, because he must be your favorite character in the series. Must be your favorite character in the series. But it's just crazy that I despise this man. He's one of my most hated characters in the series up until the auction. And slowly but surely, that is the indication of some of the most brilliantly penned character development I've ever seen. Because this is undeniably in my top 10 characters of a cast of characters that are fucking incredible, dude. So tell me that Uri isn't fucking life. Fight me if you have to. It's crazy. I'm sorry. I had to take a moment for that. That's the best part of this chapter so far for me. That is undeniably the best part of this chapter so far for me. Now, if we can just move back to Furuta, that'd be great. You're shouldering too much of the burden. Everyone is. Are you just going to wait out here, Yombayashi? Bro, it's like, how long you wanted to see the man? Maybe come in. Sure. Yo, Bonner's looking kind of weird in that panel. Bonner's looking kind of weird. Bro. How are they doing this? Stop! Just stop! Not now! I'm already in a volatile place. And you gotta hit me with all the Urie feels, the goddess Psycho feels. Bro, this battle amidst them two. First of all, let's not even, because the significance of everything that's transpiring in this chapter is not something we need to address in light of everything that's happening in the latter part of this arc. But when you see a singular panel like this, with Psycho as the focal point, finally reunited with this man, who she never stopped caring for as part of her family, surrounded by his for all intents and purposes OG family. Psycho's here with you, mama. There's something fucking. I can't right now, dude. This chapter is hitting me hard. This chapter's hit me in the feels, dude. I can't. I really can't. It's not what I was expected to come into. I was coming in here trying to contend with this Furuta nonsense. I was coming in here trying to contend with base god Furuta. And now I'm getting hit in the Kokodo with all kinds of emotions. So what's going to happen to the ghouls? Oh shit, I forgot about this little unit though. My son's still out there, the only surviving member. The only surviving member. What do you mean what's going to happen? Well, I mean, unless you count Hirako, but what do you mean what's going to happen? We only defeated that thing because the ghouls helped us, right? But even so, like, what is this we now that you're trying to realign, though? That's the thing. The man's already been put in the service of the king. But even so, we can't just be like, thanks, see you at work tomorrow. And nobody ever expected it to work like that, though, Kunamoto. Nobody ever expected it to work like that. I mean, we could, but we could, though. No, you can't. Shut the fuck up. I like this man too. I'm not in the mood. I'm too in my emotions right now to be in the mood for any bullshit. Any auxiliary bullshit, I'm not having it right now, dude. I'm not even wasting my time on it. What do you think, Mr. Take Hirako, former CCG employee? Wow, that's sarcasm. You want to talk, Cody. You're one to talk. Coexistence and conflict are but ripples in the pond. Even if we've overcome the struggles between humans and ghouls, a terrible revolution will come. That's what Arima used to say. Fucking Bob. God. But it's because of that foresight that he and Eto had constructed this whole thing in the first place. And that monster thing was that revolution, right? No. I'll admit that when I first saw it, I thought the same as you, but I'm not surprised by this unease by Hirako, though. I'm not surprised by this unease by him. It was not what Arima feared would come to pass. What Arima feared, huh? If it was enough to get you to hand in your resignation, it really must be something wild. Get over the quitting thing already, Ito. Cody, just shut the... Yo, they're making... Yo, honestly, first of all, honestly, Cody got his moment, though. Cody got, like, the necessary moment to kind of dispel all the actions he took leading up to this point when he had that dialogue with Furuta. So I'm not mad that they're giving Kuramoto spotlight here. It's just... Stop with that. Stop with the little fucking ad-libs and shit. I don't need you interjecting, dude. Just sit over there. Let the man speak. Let Hirako respond. This is what Arima used to say. No! Are you serious, dude? Are you... I don't even know how to feel about this. You're joking, right? You say Ishida had... Yo! The based Papa Arima. Ishida probably had this in his pocket from the jump, though. I mean, literally, I can't say this is an asshole. I can't, because given everything that Ishida went through painstaking motions to craft as far as establishing Arima and Neto's characters and where the payoff was and what they stood for, this is not far-fetched at all. It just makes Arima more of a god. I mean, yes, he was directly aligned with V more so than Neto, so he knew the motions that we're taking. I don't know how in tune he was with Furuta's movements, though. That's the thing, because Furuta played that shit close to the chest, regardless of what anybody wants to believe. I'm still shocked that he has a fact that from the moment he killed, slipping my mind, Tsuneyoshi. From the moment he killed Tsuneyoshi to the moment that he did all this other bullshit and brought the V members with him, I was like, yo, this is sub-faction. Do you really have them all in line like this? I mean, Kaiko was with him, but at the same time, how much of this was known prior to this? All right. Let's breathe this in for a second. This is what Arima used to say. All humans will become ghouls. He's a god. The foresight of Papa Arima, dude. Yeah, and granted, you can make any argument. It's all well rooted in the construction of the character that we've as we understand it now. It doesn't surprise me. It's just like, yo, he's even more godly than I thought he was. To have come to this conclusion with what information he had on hand at the time of being alive, and then setting up his whole counter plan, which was 100% rooted in Kaneki. But bro. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Are you serious? Yo, this is actually wild. There's no way. The sentiment I was echoing at the beginning of this stream is multiplied. It might have tripled just now. It might have just tripled just now. There's yo. Give me let me finish the chapter. I'm taking too long, man. I'm taking too long. This shit is wild. This chapter has some great shit in it, dude. He's going into spasms. What the? another one with the same symptoms. So it's confirmed then. There's multiple people who experience it. And if you don't take down those outposts, yo, if there are other nodes though, and without the Risei Dragon shit, I don't even know how this shit resolves itself anymore, dude. I was so locked into the thought process of finding a resolution that's plausible, that could work in a short time span remaining. And now it's like an accordion was like folded up and it's all kind of expanding at once. And I never thought of various possibilities because I was locked into this mentality. Bro, I'm gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun with these upcoming chapters, dude. Oh, it's gonna be lit. We don't have enough to manage this many. This is, bro. Kaku. Oh, he's about to say Kaku. Fixation of the eyes and hardening of the skin. These are symptoms of ROS. Why so, bro? Especially that mirrored off of my initial interpretation of Dragon Cognate. Yo. But what does that say? If this, yo, okay, yo, this shit is wild. This shit is wild. I have to take the time to say this. Normally, shit comes to mind, and I kind of log it, I put it in the back of my mind, and I leave it. But think about this. Think about everything that's happening as far as Furuta's plan in light of the OG One Eye King, because that's something I do often, right? And think about, the residents of the underground and what they said to Ayato when the man first got there. What did they say? What the fuck did they say? This is Tokyo. So that's all I have to say. But there's no way, given the breakdown that we receive from Furuta, that is that clean and simple. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. But it leads me to believe that even their construction then is influenced by this to some degree. The thing is, if this was the ultimate end game of creating this creature, and you're trying to transform the entirety of the population, even to this regard, which it seems uncontrolled and volatile. But even if that's the case, what happens then? The fuck happens then? Like, what do you consume? The affected are worsening far faster than they should be. I've never even heard of much less seen something like. Anyway, administer RC suppressor drug. They'll have to just ride it out. What if that huge monster was just a bluff and its real aim was elsewhere? Marude. This is why they should have been paying. I mean, I guess they did pay him the big bucks from the jump, but Marude is godly. This is why Marude couldn't die, dude. This is why Hide scooped the man up as soon as possible. The genius. Figured out a little too late, though. I'm surprised he didn't sniff it out. So the fact that this has to be one of the other ones in the other wards, though. But they're still birthing these things, which are acting like foot soldiers now. But like, there has to be some sort of hierarchy to it. There has to be a different differentiation between nucleus, how the sentience of the cognate itself operates, what Risei's role as quote-unquote dragon is going to be. Too many questions that can't be answered right now, dude. It's crazy. It's insane. It's insane. I'm done. I just don't even know right now. And the man's awake. And the man's awake. And the man's awake. Psycho's still on his lap. It's adorable. Toka. Everyone. So he's there. Look at that neck. Yo, his body is so nice. The sight is the thing he sees. Bro, don't tell me that there's some sort of warped ramifications in terms of his psyche. I thought if anything, that would be what's intact. You know it's him because of the way he addressed Toka and everyone in the room, excuse me, but these last few panels made me a little uneasy. The last few panels made me a little uneasy. I don't give a fuck about editor taglines anymore because, especially in this series, I've never given a fuck. I read them anyway, and I feed into them, and I'm just like, yo, they never really come to fruition. But we'll see. Probably baiting me again, just like last week when I thought I was supposed to get into this Furuta and research. So, it is what it is. But anyway, I can't. I was excited. as a matter of fact, I'll quickly scroll through it. So I was excited to get back to streaming and getting to see what everybody says in the chat. But if you really want to tell me something at this point, just leave it in the comments because I'm done. I need to think. I really just need to think. That's the first thing I read. V supported Furuta so he can smash some clone Ise Kuchi. That's the first thing. Yo, this is I miss this shit, dude. Konami sleeping on Shu though. Yo, it's cute. I mean, Ayato is still awake though. At least as far as I saw. Let me go back to this panel. Yeah, he's just leaning over him on the corner. Yo, but if Ishida wanted to bolster the ship, he could have done that. He could have just had her leaning up on Ayato, you know? It would have been cuter for me. But do that Taizai stream? I will. Don't worry about that. That's coming. Yesterday I just wasn't feeling like doing shit, so I didn't bother. But got some real femto vibes from this chapter. Interesting. I mean, I got that last chapter, to be honest with you. ECG swear makes me more confused as ever about their motives. Me too. But at the end of the day, we really don't actually have a firm understanding of Furuta's endgame. So maybe it is in line with the whole mantra of V. I don't I can't put my finger on it. Part 3 is a must. I feel that sentiment entirely. Look, there's only 2 ways this can go anymore. There's no longer, to me, and I'm somebody who has time and time again tried to analytically look at this series. To me, there's no fucking way that we end ultimately here in any capacity. So whether it's part 3, whether Re just continues and we get into the next arc, this arc is definitively coming to an end right now. But it's not the ending of the series by any means. Not with what we discovered in the last 3 chapters. Absolutely. Give me at least one panel of Hide sneaking up on Kaneki one time. Bro, Hide needs some shine right now, dude. Hide needs some shine. Realistically, the MVP of this chapter is Urie. And, like, yes, the Psycho scene was cute. Psycho's had many MVP moments. She is an absolute goddess. But Urie is the undeniable MVP of this chapter. Nobody cares about Aura. Don't mention that, man. Don't mention that, man. I don't care about him. I don't care about that, man. It's crazy. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. Chinese bus proper translation of that quote. Good. See, that's probably why somebody, I forget who it was. Somebody in the extra stream was telling me. And I remembered who it was until like a second ago when I was thinking of it. It's slipping my mind. But somebody told me to read the Jasmine's Box translation this week instead of this. And if that's the reason why, I get it, because that triggers me. That is not how that line. That's not what Kaneki said. That is not what Kaneki said. So I'm actually go read the Jasmine's Box translation of this chapter after this, but. Trying to see if there's any like comment I can address here that wasn't like specific to any part of the chapter. Nope. Anybody else got anything else to say? Because I'm done. I don't even know what you're talking about, Zara. I have no idea what's going on. I got 6 for you. I don't even know what's going on right now. Yo, what up, Maki? Child support. Bro, okay, I'm out. I'm done. I need time to process. I need time to think. If anything, the thing I want to do most right now, the thing I really want to do most right now, going into the next chapter and this upcoming week, is have a discussion. I'm gonna see if I can put something together, dude. Hit me up. Look, if there's any, because for me, I don't really watch that many people that discuss Tokyo Ghoul. I really do. I watch TV videos like religiously, but that's about it. And I do that normally like late in the week. after every chapter at this point. I do know a couple of YouTubers that are really dedicated to Tokyo Ghoul, but I don't really watch their videos like that regularly just because I don't have time. I wish I did. And I don't even check like discussion forums and like Reddit and shit like that like I used to back in the day to see what people are saying. So if you guys have anybody that you want to that you think would be valuable to a productive discussion about the future of Tokyo Ghoul, hit me up. Send me like some shit on Twitter. I want to see about getting a little discussion stream together because there's some shit that I want to talk about. I want to talk about it in a productive manner. You know, I want to talk about it without just being in my head the whole time and hearing other perspectives. And like I get to do that with you guys in the chat, but I also want to like hear the opinion of people that are really, really trying to think through it on a constant basis. So if that's the case, let me know. I have a few people in mind, but you know, Discord, not today. We're not talking about it in the stars. Can't do it. Not today. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the chapter. Hit that like button, you know, if you care about your boy or you like the content or anything like that. Are you just a fan of Tokyo Ghoul? And there was something else I was supposed to say about some shit that no, it's not. Actually, I don't need to mention it now. I'll talk about it later. Anyway, I'm out. Do you think this can cure Shirazu's sister, bro? If they discover that's something that all right. Look, if they can discover the mysteries of the transformation of Kaneki's body, of the effects that Dragon Kagane is having on these innocent civilians, transforming them with this ROS, then yes, the mysteries of kind of saving Shirazu's sister that's where it lies, of course. But are they gonna be able to do that? Are they gonna apply it in that way? Is that even? I mean, it's Ishida, so he's not gonna just discard that plot point. But come on. You're talking private, baby. Whisper your theories. Like, if you want to hit me, yo, I'm down to chat about it, Mitro. I'll hit you up. I'm always down to have like a little conversation. But see, I hate long drawn out text conversations. So like, if we can't have like an audio chat, man, like I can't. It's hard for me to really have a theory discussion. But anyway, thank you guys for coming through. It's nice to be able to stream TG again. We'll be back for the next chapter. With that said, smash that like button and I'm out. Peace.